Visual, quick flashes, foreclosure notice nailed to a door. Angry HOA board meeting, farmland turning into luxury homes. They took his family's land with a pen and a lie, but he took everything they owned. With the law. Visual, Mateen walking through reclaimed fields at sunset, but in the shadows. A figure watches him holding a folder. He thought the war was over until he saw the lawsuit with his name on it. North Carolina farmland, 1950s-1980s. Warm golden light over endless fields. The Clements family working side by side. Dialogue with elders about the history of the land. How it survived the Great Depression and hard times. Emotional music, close-ups on the soil, family laughter at dinner. Foreshadowing, a young Mateen overhears. A conversation about outsiders buying property nearby ... This wasn't just land. It was our name, our history, our bloodline. Present-day rural neighborhood, HOA office. Mateen receives a letter with bold red print, notice of unpaid fees. Confusion turns to frustration. As HOA representatives, show him signed documents. His father's forged signature. Board members are smug, dismissive. They talk about rules and deadlines while ignoring proof. Foreclosure proceedings begin. Visual, slow motion of a foreclosure notice being nailed to the farmhouse. They called it fees. I called it theft. Abandoned farmhouse. Mateen and his mother packing belongings. Emotional beats, old family photos, the rocking chair, the rusted tractor. Storm clouds overhead as movers take furniture away. He drives away, looks back in the rearview mirror at the boarded windows. Montage, land sold to developers, huge houses rise where fields once were. Most men would have walked away, but I was not most men. Mateen's apartment at night. Dark room lit by a desk lamp. Piles of documents. Close-ups of his tired eyes scanning legal jargon. He finds an overlooked clause. The HOA has massive unpaid debts, and those debts can be purchased. His hands tremble, then tighten into a fist. Symbolism, lightning flashes through the window. Buried in their own rules. Was their end. Local bank. Mateen enters in a plain jacket, briefcase in hand. Calm, controlled conversation with the banker. The banker hesitates, then slides over the HOA debt portfolio. Mateen signs the deal. He now owns their debts. He walks out, passes by a shiny luxury SUV with an HOA board sticker. Music shift from somber to calculated, tension building. If they played dirty, I would play smarter. HOA meeting room. Board members mid-discussion, door opens, Mateen walks in. Shock and whispers when they learn he's now the majority creditor. Calmly, he starts changing the rules. First eviction notice served to the most arrogant board member. Montage, sheriff knocking on doors, board members panicking, mansions emptied. One by one. Their empire crumbled. Property auction hall. Gavel slamming down. Sold. Appears on screen as mansions are auctioned to strangers. Mateen watches without a smile, his expression unreadable. Last board member's home goes up for auction. A poetic twist. The same man who signed the foreclosure on Mateen's farm. Mateen leaves without looking back. Justice. Paid in full. Reclaimed farmland at sunset. Mateen walks through the soil, touching the ground. Flashbacks blend into the present, young Mateen running through the fields. His father's voice telling him, this land is your legacy. He kneels, scoops a handful of dirt, lets it fall between his fingers. Closing shot, Mateen staring at the horizon. A shadowy figure in the distance holding a folder marked HOA counter lawsuit. They thought I'd break. Instead, I broke them. But the fight wasn't over yet. Mateen standing on his reclaimed farmland at sunset, holding a handful of soil, satisfied. In the distance, a shadowy figure appears on a hill, holding a thick folder marked HOA counter lawsuit. The wind blows, dramatic clouds roll across the sky. They thought I'd break. Instead, I broke them. But the fight wasn't over yet.